So, hello again everybody. So, it has been a few days from the last flight. Here we are again, Lisbon Airport, our carrier hub. Today we are going to fly in the end of the afternoon, 5 o'clock PM. So we have a couple of aircraft, EasyJet into other company A320 apparently. So today we were assigned to fly to Porto again. It's becoming a habit already. And let's check our flight plan and our map to see what's surrounding us and expectations of attendance en route and on our destination and origin. So first things first, let's check our flight plan. So today, despite we are seeing here runway 02, I'm guessing that runway 20 is in use. Runway 35 will be in use in port, so we are going to perform a non-precision approach, not an ILS. Apparently, as far as I could see, there is no wind present, so it's favorable for a direct approach from the south. Flight level 240 scheduled. Today we are going to fly a bit heavy, at least for this kind of route. Let's check our map here. So we have a control here in the tower. Approach runway in use 02. After all, the flight plan is correct, so let me see. Yeah, runway 02, so it's a direct flight to port. We are going to depart northbound, so and land in port. So we can see here some nasty weather occurrences. Hopefully we are going to fly above it, but well, let's jump into cockpit and start our cockpit preparation. Let's go. So let's check here in the overhead panel. So let's bring this bird to life. Today we are going to fly Charlie Sierra Tango November Whiskey, so one of the oldies. And let's set our squawk. We are going to be assigned the squawk code after we request our clearance from tower, so let's prepare it first. Okay, this is like a golden hour for me. It's one of the best times of day to fly. So tower frequency will be 118.105. Almost there. There. Okay, very well. So QNH1020 at least. Let's see if there is no change. Let's see if the dimming is correct. Well, for me it's awesome like this. I don't like very bright screens, so okay, so let's check our weights for today. Our zero fuel will be 56.5 tons. I'm going to... okay, 130 passengers on board are to be scheduled, so fuel 4.3 tons, and let's start our boarding process. 7 minutes, so until then let's prepare our MCDU with our flight plan. So there we are going to fly as TAP1932. Our cost index will be 8240 schedule. So today we will fly straight from 02 in bomb 5 November departure here, and I think we will go straight to up leg 6 Charlie arrival. So RMP up leg 6 Charlie, here it is. So flight plan is set. Now while we are waiting for the passengers to come on board, in about 5 minutes I will request our clearance to Lisbon Tower, so stay tuned. So information kilo now on board, so I have to update it. Lisbon Tower, muito boa tarde, Air Portugal 1932 at stand 117, radio check. Tower, Air Portugal 1932 with information kilo on board, request IFR clearance to port to flight level 240. Clear to destination as filed in bomb 5 November departure, initial flight level 60 squawk 0313 Portugal 1932. Zero 313 is our squawk for today, so initial flight level 60 are already inserted in bomb 5 November as scheduled as well, so we are good to go, just waiting for the passengers to come on board, and it will take us roughly another 3 minutes or so. We have our cargo already loaded and fuel already loaded as well, so I guess that this new version, it's not the version, is like an update for Microsoft Flight Simulator, brought another life to the skies. I'm not the best person and I don't make any reviews, but from my point of view I think the sky is a bit more realistic, at least the blue sky is more realistic. It's not so perfect, washed out as before, and we have a lot more clouds and more realistic. At least in my computer is not like the top end computer, is just like a mid to low. Well, one thing I noticed, however, I think it's the frame rate. I'm guessing that before the update we reached, I think we could have reached like 40s FPS here in the gate. Now I started with 31, 32, it's now showing 37. Well, okay, so we have some lights here. See, 30, 33. Well, struggling a bit, so it's around 30 to 33 stable. So well, I think we lost something here, at least on my perspective, but some of our fellow simmers have a different opinion and state that they improve their frame rate. So well, I don't think this will please everyone 100%. As long as it doesn't stutter or start to lower too much the frame rates below like 24, for me it's okay. But I would preferably have like 40 stable all the time. That's impossible for my computer as well, at least. Well, so let's check the process. I'm going to start our APU. Probably I should have started already. And there it is, lighting up. Done. Almost here, so 5 passengers left, almost there. Okay, boarding is now completed. Let's insert our final figures. So 56.6. And our 29er center of gravity will be 29.5 if not mistaken. 29.5. There. Done. Let's check our V speeds now. So 0 to dry, flaps to config for takeoff, and full runway. Let's check and start our log. So 131, rotation speed 131 as well, and V2 134. Let's start our log. Let's see if there is any change. Okay, so we got some light. A lot more than I anticipated, so let's check here. So flaps 2, trim position will be set to 0, 131, and our V2 will be 134 knots, 2-/up 0, and flex temperature 68. Let's see how is the weather in port. So I'm going to
minimum.
Let's check how is the weather in port. So sorry. So at one, okay, so it's changed a bit. So 260 heading 4 knots. (1018) local QNH. And that's it. So let's request our clearance from stand. Let's check how the light conditions outside. Okay, very different, so not so pretty, but well, we will have more light. Okay, so we have aircraft inspector. I doubt that he will clear me before he crosses, unless he will turn on. He will turn their crossing angle. Let's request our taxi clearance. Lisbon Tower, Portugal 982 is now ready for push. Push and start up facing south, Portugal 932. So, we are cleared. And let's go. We are requesting our tug to be positioned and to ease. The FPS 31 stable, doesn't move an inch. So I guess before it should read like 38 to 40. As I said, as long as it doesn't lower than 24. So let's start. So engine mode select ignition. Let's change our engine again. Start to turn around here. Okay. Engine number 1. In there. Engine number 1 is available, starting engine 2 and flight control page. So our pitch turn will be set to 0 as it is. Let's check our flight controls. Full left, full right, and neutral, full up and full down, neutral, rudder, full left, full right and neutral. Flight controls are checked. Spoiler armed, up to set, and auto brake set to max. I believe that we have an aircraft incoming, so probably on final already. I don't think he landed, so probably we will have a bit of luck and he will land right overhead control. Okay, so engine number 2 is stable. Engine mode selector set to normal, econ door page set, and let's request our taxi clearance. Lisbon Tower, Air Portugal 1932 is now ready for taxi. Taxi to holding point to runway 02 via Alpha Mike, Portugal 1932. So let's go. And one chrono is on. Parking brake released. So Air Portugal on file, company aircraft on final is still approaching, so probably we'll have a bit of luck and see the landing right in front of us. So let's see. I still don't have him on radar, but he's not far. Probably he's not clear to land due to traffic departing. That's just an assumption. I didn't hear the comms between the tower and the departing aircraft, but okay, she is departing already. There she goes. Safe voyage. Okay, tower just clear, company on final, so we have another departing aircraft, so will be number 1 or number 2, I'm not sure. Well, at least he didn't give me any holding point or Mach 5 or November 2, so I'm assuming I'll go for Mach 5. Let's see. So takeoff config set to normal, and let's add a bit power here. Okay, so the aircraft in final is roughly 7 miles to touchdown, so we will be probably right there to see and to record it. I just love to see landings, and well, that's why I record. So now I add the component that I am speaking and do the flight well, online as it is happening. I previously just recorded the takeoff and the landing. For me it's the most wonderful phases of flight, and I love to see it. I love to see the others landing, and I thought, why don't I record my own and share with the others? At least it's not meant to be like a tutorial, nothing like that. However, I like to talk and for you to be along my preparation, the cockpit preparation and all the phases that I am involved in. I try to explain what I am doing at the moment, so some of you probably are not so familiar with the Airbus system, so I try to keep it simple. I don't follow checklists by 100% check. After landing, company aircraft line up and wait behind Portugal 1932. So we are clear to line up behind the landing aircraft. We will do it. As I was saying, if I had to follow all the checklists, I would, no problem. I already done that in the past. However, I don't find it necessary because I'm not doing a ATPL, so for me just essentials from cold and dark to fully ready to departure, so I keep it a lot more simpler without the checklists, but with all the information that we require to have an aircraft operating 100%. So here she comes. Nice, stable approach. Working with it. Well, within the touchdown zone, very well. Okay, so let's turn on our lights. So strobes on, landing lights, and the nose light. I think we have someone behind us. There she is. Nice picture, by the way. Very, very nice. So let's line up and wait. Okay, so they already vacated, so we will have our clearance meantime. There she is. Very well lined up. Right. We are good to go. Clear for takeoff runway 02 Portugal 932. So let's chrono on. N1 stabilized 50%. Takeoff. Check.
Rotate. Positive rate.
Gear up. Good sideways. Bit of wind. That's very, very nice. Good. Oh. Okay, we are at offsets. Very nice indeed. Monitoring 122.8 Portugal 932. Muito obrigado. Thank you very much. Okay, so we are clear to monitor 122.8. Autopilot is on. And let's turn off our nose light. Done. So let's check. This is almost a straight line. I'm going to direct us to our waypoint. Let's set our flaps to 1 and spoilers disarm. And set our final flight level to 240. There. Flaps 0 and monitoring 1228. Direct to Ablev. Done. We are gaining some time here, so our flight time schedule will be around 34 to 37 minutes. I'm going to set our QNH to standard and to move that to bar. I think it's not sure if it's here. Okay, that's it. It's a 5000 direct to wildlife waypoint. So here we are crossing out a lot. And this is here. Alerting invisible. Let's check our frame rate. So, well, predictable 30. And inside the cockpit. Okay, we have more. No, not more. That depends probably on the cloud coverage. 35 FPS. Okay, no problem. Let's switch off our landing lights and just sign to off. Okay. Probably when we landed to some movie down. Okay, so we reached our top of this, so let's switch on our seatbelt signs and let's start our gradual descent. So I will select our descent to 5060 and down from there onwards until we establish the visual on runway 35 at port. So here we go. Looks like we are a bit high. I'll be stabilizing. I have my full spoilers on, so in order for it to have some drag, but apparently it's not enough. Let's see if we can go overhead up at least flight level 110. Should be more. Okay, so dot descend is more stable, let's check for speeds. Let's go this way, so we'll have our initial approach fix over at 2. So initial approach will be a full 4,000 feet. From now on, Papa Romeo 542 3000, 3-degree down angle until we reach Papa Tango 543. Transition altitude here will be 4000, so we should go from Herculo to Papa Romeo 541. Something else. Okay, so we are losing too much speed. Let's compensate a bit. Okay, keep descending. Okay. We are going smooth and down and bind the numbers, so let's switch on our landing lights there. Okay, very well. So for the past few, like 2 weeks, I was assigned a lot to flights from Porto to Lisbon and vice versa, so also the return flights. I believe that every time we had the one flight Porto ILS 17 was in use, and in Lisboa ILS 20, so today we have a different set of approaches, so this will require a different kind of approach for me, at least for visual and manual. Fly manually the aircraft. I'm guessing that the visibility will not be so great, so I'm seeing a low ceiling for clouds. Let me check. Now we are entering the clouds, so okay, now the sun is setting. Nice colors there. Check. Okay, so let's lose a bit more speed. I believe that we have our approach phase on, and I'm going to set here the tracking for us. That will be 350, and our descent glide path will be minus 3.0 degrees. Okay. So no visibility at all. Nice effect from the lights. I guess that this simulator or the aircraft or the manufacturer, I don't know, but I think it's missing like that those real effects that the air or the moist or the humidity provoke on aircraft, like the vortexes or that vapor that accumulates on wings or in the engines when they spool up. I guess that the effect that those are the effects that I miss the most. So let's see if in the near future someone will bring it not only to native aircraft for flight simulator, but for third-party aircraft as well. Let's see. It would be interesting Christmas present for all simmers. I believe they would be greatly appreciated, of course. Okay, so let's check. Okay, green dot. We are approaching 3000. So our local QNH, I'm going to see if there is any change here, but so 1018 still, so let's one 018 here and there. There. Okay, so we are a bit high. So I'm going to select flaps 1. Let me check our range. So 10 clicks. Flaps 1 coming down. $3,000, and afterwards we will follow the bubble. So no visibility at all. Don't have any visual references. So let's trust our gut and okay, so I can see something. Okay, runway is in sight. I'm going to select flaps 2 now. Auto brake is set to low. We don't need to set it higher than this, and I will disconnect. We have our PAPs and all. Spoiler is armed. Let's lower our landing gear. Coming down.
2,500.
Let's check and okay, my aircraft flight director is off and approach mode on there. So
2,000.
I just check. Okay, we are doing great. So let's set up flaps 2 full. Flaps full. I'm going to advise for the traffic that I am on short. For traffic, Air Portugal 1932, short final 5 nautical miles, runway 35. Okay, I guess we have to lose a bit more speed, so our approach speed ideally 133 knots, so we are a lot higher than that. There it is. So let's straight up. We are a bit offset. Let's go from here on. Okay. Okay, we didn't lose too much. Every time I look back or up,
1,000.
we become a bit offset, so now it's compensated. 1000 is check. Let's go a bit more. Not too much because we have a low approach speed, so I don't want to go lower than that I am. Okay, so this is the glide path I want, a bit higher on the high side. Okay, so already on
500.
check. Check.
100 above.
Stable.
300. Minimum 200.
Continue.
100. 50. 40. 20. Retard. 5.
So, no clapping today. I guess it was a rough landing. At least the passengers didn't enjoy it, so I guess I could do a bit better. I think I could control the aircraft better, like 10 feet above when I input the flare, but okay. So flaps up and spoilers disarm. Let's just switch off our lights, so it's becoming a bit dark all of a sudden. I'm going to give a bit of thrust here because I think this is upslope. Let's start our APU there. Okay. Port traffic air Portugal and 32 vacated runway 35. Okay, so let's check. Well, it was a pretty hard landing to 82. I didn't notice so much, but it was a pretty hard one. I will check later from the outside perspective, but it's not it's nothing like the touchdowns I like to perform. As you might know, my landings, my touchdown ideally will be between 150 to 200 more or less, so I think is unacceptable. But no, 282, I think it was a hard one. So 30 minutes flight time, there's 3 or 4, so let's see if we have a Sierra 32 or a Sierra 33 for us. I don't think we have any visitors today, so this is all ours. So very nice. Sun is setting. Very nice color. So okay, let's check here. So we have enough speed. I'm going to switch off our engine number 1, coming down. So right after this intersection here, I will choose the first stand on our left, around, let me see, okay, so let's turn here. Okay, so it will be Sierra 32, 31, sorry. I'm going to switch off our lights. I don't want to blind our marshal. And let's juice up a bit. Okay. I guess this is enough for us to reach the gates. Let's see. Let's see. Probably not. Heavy plane. Okay, let's just a bit more. Okay, done. The parking brake is set, and let's switch off our number 2 and our lights and everything around here to see. So our chrono is off, so 30 minutes flight time, 31 actually. So we gain like 3 minutes flight time according to flight plan. So I'm going to log our so it was a smooth flight, nothing to report here despite the touchdown rate, but is okay, like no issues here. I'm going to disconnect our VAD sim to see how it went from the outside and stop our recording. So let's see. I'm going to places like so, like this, and let's rewind a bit and see how it went. It really looked so bad as the numbers. Okay, so let's see. Okay, short final. I guess I could increase a bit our approach speed, like through 3 or 4 knots, and probably she would be a bit stable, more stable than this. Let me check here. I think I could flare a bit earlier. Well, didn't look so bad, but However, the numbers are not deceiving. I'm going to try and see from a different angle, like let's check. I'm going to place our camera around the touchdown zone to see like probably like so, and probably give a bit more of light like so. I think this is cool to see from here, and I'm going to give us a bit more of brightness like so. Why not? And let's rewind a bit more and see. Okay, here she comes. So well, from the outside perspective, it doesn't seem like a slam in the runway. I don't know. It actually seemed like a fair landing. I'm going to see from the rear to see if I get something out of the ordinary or something like so. Probably this will be a good angle to see. She will be right above our head. And let's see, like so. Well, okay. So I think a bit of flare, like 10 feet before 30 feet, a little more flare in the stick. Well, that would be enough. Next time will be better, probably. Okay, so thank you for watching. Probably tomorrow the return flight, or who knows, Porto Madeira would be great. I don't fly to Madeira, at least for the past 2 weeks. I don't remember to fly to Madeira. Let's check. So this is a wrap up. Be well, see you tomorrow guys, bye bye.